Hey everyone, it's Charles here from the Prime Soft Deals. Today we're reviewing an amazing marketing tool that drives search traffic using both organic and paid strategies.
All right, guys, so we're in our SEMRush dashboard right now, and really, I want to just hop right into the feature. So you guys understand what this tool can do, because it can do a lot of stuff. But I wanted to start with the keyword overview and the keyword research options you get with SEMRush, because frankly, this is the main value I get from the tool. It's how most people I know who use SEMRush use the tool. So most of this review is going to be focusing on the keyword research, but I'm also going to cover some of the other key features you need to know about. Let's just jump right into it. You can see right off of the bat on this left-hand side here, you have things like your keyword overview, Magic Tool Manager, position tracking, all those things. So I'm going to run through those real quick. Your keyword overview is basically like any other keyword research tool you could think of. And you just type in some keyword phrases that you're interested in getting some search volume data on. So for example, I'm a finance blogger. Maybe I could type in things like make money online. Maybe I could type in things like side hustle ideas. And all you have to do is hit analyze after you pick the country you're interested in, and SEMRush is going to spit out some keyword data for you. So you can see quite basic data here. You have your main keyword, the volume it gets, if it's trending upwards or downwards, the keyword difficulty score, which is how difficult it thinks. It's going to be for you to rank on Google for that term, an estimated cost per click, which is very useful if you're advertising for these terms, and an overall competitive density score. And so the keyword overview tool is cool. But really where SEMRush shines in its research capabilities is this keyword magic tool. And so this tool lets you put in one main key phrase, and then it's going to spit out a bunch of different ideas that relate to that main keyword you entered. And so let's say I'm selling blenders, or I'm a smoothie blogger or food blogger or something. And I might just type in something like best blender, just a simple keyword, and then hit search. And so from there, this keyword magic tool is going to spit back a bunch of different related keywords to that main phrase best blender. And you can see here, there's a ton of data just in this list. You have dozens and dozens of different keyword ideas based off of that original keyword. And SEMRush, again, breaks the data out quite nicely. You have, your volume, if it's trending upwards or downwards, keyword difficulty, competitive scores, and CPCs, and everything like that. And what I really like, too, is the keyword magic tool breaks up different keyword categories on the side here. So let's say I look at this tab and I think, oh, you know what? I might actually want to write something about immersion. I don't really know what that is. I'm kind of curious about it. You just click on that, and all of a sudden, SEMRush is going to break out all of the different keywords that actually contain that term. So you can sort through all of these, and what I like to do in terms of finding winning keywords is I cross-reference the volume with the keyword difficulty score. So you can see a lot of these are actually quite competitive, and they might be maybe a bit expensive to bid on. But what's nice is you can actually filter by competition scores. So you can just hit this button, and all of a sudden, SEMRush is going to show you, well, first the most competitive keywords that are out there. You click it one more time, and it's then going to show you the least competitive term. So lots of easy ways for you to filter data right off of the bat. One other very useful feature of the keyword magic tool is all of these filtering options right up here. So I like to leave it on broad match just to, for starting searches. But you can search by phrase match or exact match to kind of narrow that pool of keywords down a bit more. Another feature I really like is you can make this result spit back keywords that contain a certain keyword or don't contain a certain keyword. So you can use inclusion or exclusion filters quite nicely. And there's also a lot of advanced features like word counts. Your keywords have to contain competitive density, different cert features you want. Like if you're going for, image pick site links, knowledge panel, or something like that. So really there are a lot of ways for you to filter down data just off of one keyword you enter. Quickly, one more thing I really like about the keyword magic tool is this questions tab right here. So if you're going for answer targets with your content, or you maybe want to get like a featured snippet or something like that on Google, this is really a nice tool to find winning keywords because you can again find these really low competition keywords. Maybe there's not that much volume, but they are low competition. So you can probably rank organically and you start writing content about it, or you start working with those keywords some.
But one feature I really wanted to cover is just this competitive research tab SEMRush offers, because this is another area where I think bloggers and e-commerce store operators, just online business owners, can get a ton of value. And so really the starting point for this whole suite of tools is quite simple. You can just enter your own website or competitors and get a lot of insights just off of the bat in terms of how they're doing. So I'm going to put in my blog again, this online world, my finances site. I'm going to plug that in here, and really quickly you can see that SEMRush just gives you a ton of data just on how the site is doing. So you can see the red set to worldwide right now. SEMRush has an authority score. It shows how much organic traffic it's getting, showing no paid traffic at the moment, backlinks and everything like that. So what's nice is as you scroll down, you get a lot of just upfront data to tell you how a site might be performing. So you can see how the traffic's been growing. You can see where the traffic's coming from. This is a really nice tab where it shows you some of the top organic keywords of a site. The actual position distribution for those keywords. And another tab we really like, and this is great for SEMRush, is this main organic competitors tab down here. So you can enter your website and just see immediately, oh, these are some of the sites I'm competing with. You probably already know them, but there might be some in there that you don't, and now you know to keep tabs on them. And so this is actually a really nice starting point because you can click into all of these reports to get even more data. So let's say I'm researching this site as a competitor, and I'm saying, hey, what are they ranking for in terms of their actual organic content? Well, you just click onto that tab. And next thing you know, it's going to show you all of the different keywords that my blog is ranking for you. So you can see keyword, the position it's in, if it's actually moved up or not, moved up, moved down. And maybe if it's moving down, that's an area of weakness you could attack. What traffic percent that's contributing to the website, the overall volume difficulty score CBC. And it's really nice because you can actually click into the URLs here to see what the landing pages look like.
And so at some point in time for your online business, you're probably going to want to try link building in some way, shape, or form through guest posting, buying links or buying sponsored posts or something of that nature. But the thing is to figure out what links are good, or maybe what kind of backlinks you could poach from somebody. You're going to need data. And that's, again, where SEMRush can be very, very useful. And so, right off of the bat, this backlink analytics tool just lets you quickly evaluate a website to see what kind of backlinks they have and what the profile's like. And so, moving on to another SEMRush feature, I felt like I had to include in this review is the advertising research section. So this is under the market analysis tab here on the side. And you can see that again, it's going to talk about domain overviews, like we already covered, advertising research, display advertising research, and a bunch of other things. So you can see this on the left-hand side here under market analysis. And really, this is a way for you to study what your competitors are doing from the paid side. So we just talked about organic traffic. We just talked about backlinks. This would be very useful for e-commerce stores that air advertising, or if you run a local brick-and-mortar business, and you're trying to figure out how to advertise to attract new customers. So in this example, I found a local plumbing and heating and air company, and I'm thinking, well, let's try out this now. So let's see what these guys are doing in terms of their ads and how I might be able to compete. So you just enter that in, you hit search. And now, just like every other report, SEMRush is going to give you a very nice brief overview of what this site in particular is doing for its paid ad. So you can quickly see how many keywords it's bidding on, the traffic it's getting from that, and how much SEMRush estimates this traffic costs. And so really, this is where the value would come in for like a local brick and mortar business, because you can look at your competitor and see all of the different keywords they're bidding on, the position it's in, the volume of that keyword, and how much the CPC estimate is. So these are obviously very expensive terms because plumbing is very expensive. But let's say you were in Jacksonville. You might say, okay, these guys are bidding on some Jacksonville terms about heating and air and AC repair. They're on position 2, maybe I'll bid them and go on position 1. Maybe I'll bid under and go on position 3, and kind of get some ideas about how you can compete with someone else who's advertising in your market. Another very nice feature here is this competitors tab. So let's say you're just dipping your toes into advertising and You kind of don't even know like all of your competitors in your market, and you're thinking, how do I find these guys? Well, you can use this tab. You can scroll down here and it's going to show you other paid competitors you're also going to be competing on with your ad. And so it's nice because it shows the common keywords you might be bidding on, the paid keywords, the paid traffic, and how much that might cost. And again, all you have to do is click on an actual paid competitor, and it's going to move you over to their research and that data. So it's a very quick way to just bounce around to find out who's advertising and on what keywords. One feature we also really like is this Add Copies tab right here. So once you find someone who's kind of doing quite well in advertising, or at least you think they are, you can go into this Add Copies tab and see what they're actually doing in terms of their copy. So how are their headlines and their ads? What are their, descriptions underneath that main headline? Like, what are they telling customers? What are some key phrases or keywords or maybe value propositions you can steal and put into your own ads? So keep in mind, this is going to be for search ads. So, Google search ads primarily. You can also look at display advertising. It's not going to be for Facebook ads or things like that, but you can use the Facebook ads tool if you ever want Tor Search, who's advertising what on Facebook. And finally, one really cool thing is you can actually break out where the traffic is going to. So where are these companies fun linked or traffic? And again, you can just really quickly click on a link and it'll take you right there. And so this is Anus' way to actually look at, okay, what keywords are they bidding on? And what's the landing page experience like? And you can then look at your own online business and think, is this something I could improve? Is there some element from their landing page or their customer experience I can steal to make my business better? And honestly, for brick and mortar businesses or e-commerce businesses, I think this is a very, very nice feature of SEMrush. But I just wanted to cover really briefly some of the other things you'll get if you pay for SEMrush. And so one of them is just this local SEO kind of toolkit. So that has some different features, like it just helps you manage your listings, track your different keyword positions and rankings, and even do a site audit for some on-page SEO stuff. So if you're in a local brick and mortar business again, this is another selling point. I don't think it's a, must-have. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but it is nice to have. One other feature SEMrush has is this social media section. So you actually can manage and track all of your social media profiles, schedule posts, and kind of just manage your social media presence through SEMrush. Now, it is weird because personally, I wouldn't do this. I'd rather go to TutSuite or Buffer or something that specializes in social media rather than adding it on as almost an afterthought. But if you want something that lets you keep everything under one account and you're willing to pay for it, SEMrush can get the job done. Now, one other feature and section that SEMrush has is this content marketing tab. And this is kind of where you can get help with ideation. So coming up with content ideas for your blog posts or your social media posts or things like that. Now, this isn't available in SEMrush's first package. It's available in their Guru plan. I'm going to talk about pricing in a minute here. All right, so time to talk. SEMrush pricing. The one, probably stumbling block a lot of people face with this research tool, things people struggle with in terms of getting on board with SEMrush because they think it's expensive. But I honestly think SEMrush is one of the best priced tool out there that packs in a ton of value and a ton of features. And in our opinion, that does justify the monthly price. Anyways, guys, I hope you have found this video to be informative. If it has, you can leave a like or a comment letting us know. Remember that link is in the description box if you want to try out SEMrush.